Hey there, young mathematicians. Welcome to Reading Readiness Centers, where we make learning fun and exciting. Today, we are going to explore the fascinating world of surds. Are you ready to discover the magic of square roots and cube roots? So, what are surds? Simply put, surds are square roots or cube roots of numbers. They are like special numbers that help us solve problems and understand the world around us. Surds are used to simplify complex expressions and solve equations that involve square and cube operations. Let's start with square roots. A square root of a number is a value that, when multiplied by itself, gives us the original number. For example, the square root of 16 is 4, because 4 multiplied by 4 equals 16. Square roots are used to find the length of the diagonal of a rectangle, the distance between 2 points on a coordinate plane, and many other real-life applications. Now, let's talk about cube roots. A cube root of a number is a value that, when multiplied by itself 3 times, gives us the original number. For example, the cube root of 64 is 4, because 4 multiplied by it 3 times equals 64. Cube roots are used to find the volume of a cube, the surface area of a cube, and many other real-life applications. So, how do we use surds in real-life problems? Let's say we have a rectangle with a length of 8 centimeters and a width of 6 centimeters. We can find the area of the rectangle by multiplying the length and width, which gives us 48 square centimeters. But what if we want to find the length of the diagonal? That's where surds come in. We can use the Pythagorean theorem to find the length of the diagonal. The theorem states that the square of the hypotenuse means the diagonal is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So, we can set up an equation like this. Similarly, we can use cube roots to solve problems involving volumes of cubes. For example, if we have a cube with a volume of 27 cubic centimeters, we can find the length of its side by taking the cube root of the volume like this. Surds can also be used to simplify complex expressions. For example, if we have this expression, we can simplify it by finding the square root of each term separately. Then, we can combine the terms to get the simplified expression like this. Surds can also be used to solve equations that involve square and cube operations. For example, if we have this equation, we can solve for x by taking the square root of both sides. Similarly, if we have this equation, we can solve for x by taking the cube root of both sides. Did you know that the ancient Babylonians used surds to solve mathematical problems? Surds are also used in many real-life applications, such as architecture, engineering, and physics. For example, architects use surds to design buildings and bridges, while engineers use them to calculate stresses and strains on materials. In fact, the concept of surds has been around for thousands of years, with the ancient Greeks, such as Euclid and Archimedes, using them to solve mathematical problems and prove geometric theorems. Another interesting fact about surds is that they can be irrational numbers. An irrational number is a number that cannot be expressed as a simple fraction, and it has an infinite, non-repeating decimal representation. For example, the square root of 2 is an irrational number, as it cannot be written as a simple fraction, and its decimal representation goes on forever without repeating. Did you know that surds have even been used in music? Composers have sometimes used the mathematical properties of surds to create interesting musical patterns and harmonies. For instance, the ancient Greek philosopher and mathematician Pythagoras is said to have discovered the relationship between the length of a vibrating string and the musical notes it produces, which is based on the concept of square roots. Surds are also closely related to the concept of irrational numbers, which have fascinated mathematicians for centuries. And that's it, young mathematicians. Surds might seem complex at first, but with practice and patience, you'll become a pro at solving problems using square roots and cube roots. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Reading Readiness Centers for more fun and engaging educational videos. See you in the next video.